Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Did you love to read when you were a kid? I know I did. Still do today. If you've got little ones at home that you would like to help encourage to become readers and help them get ready for academic success, you'll want to meet our next guests. With me, I have Katrina and Holly from the South Central Library System. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
So we've heard the term early literacy. Tell our viewers what that is, what that means.
Sure. So early literacy is the things that kids learn about reading and books and writing that will help them become ready to read in the future. So the most important one is reading, obviously. Reading to a kid and exposing kids to books is the biggest thing you can do to help your kids become ready to read. But also singing with kids, talking to kids, playing with kids is huge, and even coloring and scribbling are all things that will help kids with early learning.
Interesting. What are some things that parents can do on their own to help kids get to be readers?
Yeah, so I'm going to echo Holly and just say read out loud with your kids as much as you can. Try for 15 minutes a day, but every little bit counts. I would say number 2, bring them to the library and let them choose their own books. That's kind of a bonus. Because kids who choose their own books tend to read more because they don't think of reading as a chore. And then number 3, I would just say try to kind of build an environment of reading at home. So lead by example, read books. If your children see you reading and you have books at home, they're that much more likely to pick up a book and read themselves.
Sure, I can think of so many great reasons why they learn how to learn, and there's speech involved, there's concentration, so many great things.
Exactly.
What kind of things are the libraries doing to help kids get along in reading?
Sure. So the biggest thing libraries do is offer resources, materials. So books that you can check out, music, play spaces in the library where kids and families can play and engage together, and then library programs. So story times, music programs, movement programs, play programs, and take-home reading programs like the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program.
Oh, you're taking me back. Story time. Love that. Okay, you just mentioned something, the 1,000 book program?
1,000 Books Before Kindergarten.
Yeah. 1,000 books before kindergarten?
Yeah, it sounds scary, but it's really not.
I got to get busy.
Yeah.
I'm a little behind.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a free ongoing reading program that many of the South Central libraries offer, and it's basically just to encourage parents and caregivers to read 1,000 books with their kids before they go to kindergarten. It's a fun, there's incentives along the way, and just create that reading environment at home. And like I said, not every library offers it, so if it's something that viewers are interested in, I would encourage them to ask at their local library.
Okay, so if they're interested, they go to their library and ask about the program and get started that way.
Yep, it's very easy to sign up.
1,000 sounds like a lot. Why 1,000?
Good question. So 1,000 is not a magic number, and it's a really big number. So I like to break it down just by saying to read one book every day. Pretty simple, takes about 15 minutes, and even that small amount, research shows, can make a huge difference. So just read one book a day, and even if you miss a few days, you can actually read 1,000 books in under 3 years.
Wow. It's good to have a goal.
Yeah.
And so you also mentioned the story time, the 1,000 books. It took off some of these benefits that kids will get. You said it doesn't take much.
Right. So children and their grown-ups can get so much out of library programs, especially story time. Story time is huge for school readiness because it creates just an environment that kids can come in and interact with other children and other adults. They practice their turn-taking skills, their listening skills, and just kind of figure out their place in a group setting. And those are all things they're going to need to do when they go off to school. And again, as Holly mentioned, story times are all about those 5 early literacy practices: talk, sing, read, write, play. So I just encourage everyone to go to their library and take advantage of the free programs.
And there's so much more at the library these days. It's not your grandma's library anymore. They've just changed. I've enjoyed meeting with you folks over the year and learning so much about what's going on in the library these days. Well, thank you for coming in. Really enjoyed chatting with you. This is Holly and Katrina. They're with the library, South Central Library System in their youth services. Go check out your library. Get the checkout. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town right after this.